I had to start out this video with the clip of this tree falling just for the sake of those who are new here who didn't get to see it. And for the rest of us because it never gets old. When logging big timber, it's typical to use big equipment, but when you only have one tree in an area, it's obviously not worth it to bring in equipment for just one tree. That's why it's good to have multiple methods of doing things, like being able to log big timber with just pickup trucks. Before I buck this log off, I want to put in this anti-roll down the hill into the creek device. The purpose of the anti-roll down the hill into the creek device is to prevent the log from rolling down the hill into the creek, which you probably figured out by yourself. This is the backup anti-roll down the hill into the creek device. I want it to roll a little bit though, and we don't want this log rolling down the hill into the creek. Or at least I don't. Maybe you do. It would probably make better video if it did. But for those of us who would have to fish it out of the creek if it did, we don't want that. The anti-roll down the hill into the creek device worked flawlessly. Roll this down just a little bit more to make this crack vertical. We'll put our ripping chain on. In a previous video I mentioned the steel chain I like is made in Switzerland. Some people took me to task, said no, steel is made in Germany, not Switzerland. Huh. The last part of this video is not going the way I pictured. My plan was to haul those logs into town to my dad's sawmill and lumber yard, which is a convenient place for him to mill them and for customers to come get the lumber, which I did do. I was also going to explain to you what I was doing while I was doing it, which I did not do. Then we were going to go to my property, which is between there and here, the ranch, get a load of firewood, take that into a customer, which I did do. But it was getting so late in the day, I didn't have time to video any of it. If you could just imagine in your imagination, as if you would be imagining anywhere else, imagine that scenario of what happened. You might actually come up with something better in your imagination than I would have in the video. So let us know in the comments how things went in your imagination. Hopefully you have a good ending to this video, because it's been a long day and I got nothing.